Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, I'm back with the latest, let's call it, live vlog for today. Sorry, it's just been, I've been mad busy with work. And I just got back from overseas last night from holiday, and today's just been full of, hi mate, hi Shy. Today's just been full of catching up with work emails and getting printing stuff done because I'm training for the next 4 days until Friday. So is Aguero injured? No, it's a slight knock. Whether he'll play on Wednesday night, I don't know. I did make Chris. Thank you, Chris Welch. Yeah, I had a lovely holiday. It was nice. Back to the UK. Sun's just coming out. So hi again. Hey. Mrigank Shah, thank you for checking in earlier. Hi, James Ford said hello. Hi, you mate. So yeah, so I've just been busy sort of like prepping my course tomorrow for the next 4 days and things like that. So I'll be at Manchester Airport for the next 4 days and delivering training courses and things. So Aguero looked fine after the game, getting on the bus. Yeah, he did. Sandy Ken UK, hi mate, you're right. Says hi Andy. I think he'll be fine, but whether they'll risk him, I'm not sure. I recovered yesterday from another lucky win. I mean, I saw the last sort of like 10 minutes when I landed in Liverpool, and boy, you were lucky. Awful mistake. Sorry, a couple of you good hits. Herrera looks good prospect. Herrera is something we're going to talk about. We're talking about Yangel Herrera, somebody who we bought a while back, and yeah, Venezuelan player. Afternoon from a very Liverpool supporter, Mr. Smooth. You're a very Liverpool supporter. Hi Andy, yeah, Aguero is fine. I believe he actually took himself off to rest. I'm not sure he took himself to rest. I don't think he'll play. Jesus will be. I'm not sure he took himself off to rest. Aguero would never ever do that. He's a natural born goal scorer, and you see even when he scored a hat-trick, he's disappointed to come off the field. You're very happy, Liverpool supporter, Mr. Smooth. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Very lucky. I would say lucky in capitals. More like it. I'm Somalia. What, you are the whole country, Shire. Are you the whole of Somalia? Crack on, let Liverpool worry about us. Absolutely, Michael Lyons. Totally agree. Not worried about them. Welcome back, mate, says Chris Lindley. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's nice to be home in my own bed, even though I must admit I'd rather be back in Spain. It was just so gorgeous. Patrick Vieira, some great words to say. He does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but he knows his own body, Andy. He knows that he has a job to do. Well, yeah, but strikers... I agree, it was lucky, says Mr. Smooth. Shire is the Mogadishu massive. Well, yeah, I'm not going to go down that route, not with you guys on what happened in the early 90s in Mogadishu. So, yeah, I won't mess with you lot. Crack on, let Man City worry about us. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. Should be Liverpool get what they get. City get what we get. And yeah, may the best team win. It's going to go right to the wire, I think. I think it's going to be very close. No doubts about it. It's going to be a very, very interesting running. We saw yesterday, you know, I predicted 1-1 the other day when I was in Spain. And yesterday or day before. And... it was 1-1 right up until, I mean, the most horrendous mistake by Lloris. I mean, it was embarrassing. I mean, if that's your keeper. I mean, I don't get the Lloris thing. I mean, I think he's garbage, absolutely garbage. But it was interesting to see, Sandy in the UK says, I think Liverpool have had a lot of luck, but we will go on. Yeah, well, you need luck at certain points in the season. I understand getting a little luck, but never seen anything like that from keepers. I mean, we've seen 4 or 5 keepers. It wasn't Lloris's mistake. What? You're joking at you. Do you think Mendy should replace Zinchenko? James Ford said that was a lot of words, and it just when you post messages so big and then you get other people coming in, it goes very quickly. So please keep them short. Hi Andy, Iona Beats. How are you? Yeah, I think Lloris is garbage. If I'm honest, I don't get the thing. Good afternoon to you as well. I don't get it with him. Really, all good. That's great. Do you see Salah comment on Aguero yesterday? What a fool! Yeah, I mean it's pretty embarrassing. I don't think it was Alderweireld's mistake at all, Chris, if I'm being honest. I mean, Lloris is supposedly a world-class... How do you think... I'll come back to that. Lloris is supposedly a world-class keeper. And now, if he can't hold on to that ball, I mean, it was a garbage header. But he dropped it at the feet and it went into Alderweireld. I mean, it's just terrible goalkeeping. And the other thing I will say about yesterday's game before we move on to our stuff is... If Alisson is supposed to be world class and he's a keeper that is supposed to displace Ederson, his kicking is right up there with Jordan Pickford's. Shite, absolutely garbage. I mean, I've never seen a keeper other than Pickford kick it out as much as he does. I mean, he's terrible with his feet. He's absolutely awful. Sorry, Chris, but I mean, I don't get him at all. I don't get this whole Alisson's worst player on the pitch was yesterday. I agree. Yeah, he was. He was garbage. Doctore, Etihad, I'm good, mate. How are you? I don't get this whole Alisson, 70. I mean, he cost 2 and a bit more than what we paid for Ederson. God, he's average. He's average at best. I don't think we can say Alisson is better than Ederson. Oh, believe me, there are plenty. 70 million, he can't get a ball. I agree. Alisson was terrible, says Mr. Smooth, a Liverpool fan. Yeah, I don't get him. I really don't. I'm not saying this because I'm a City fan. I've watched him all season, and I watched Pickford. Pickford's another. It's because he's at Liverpool. I watched Pickford for England and for Everton. He's another that people rave about. His kicking is absolutely shocking. Pickford's, and then Alisson does very similar. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Smooth, I'll give you that. I think certainly Robertson this season has been phenomenal. Wonderful signing. What a brilliant left back. What do you make of matching Aguero, matching on his goals scored? Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's more than 46 games. I think it's 50 odd. I think is it 54? Eddie's the best goalkeeper for me and me. Chris Welch, I think Robertson hurts. Say JM says it hurts me to see Alisson in Brazil over Eddie. Yeah, it hurts me. Why are tear salt? Said Chris Blake. I've already told Ray about it. It's to do with salt is already within your blood, and it regulates. It's a pH thing, and it regulates within your blood. When it comes out as sweat. It's different. The pH level is much higher, but when it's in, because it comes from the eyes, the cell salts, yeah, exactly that. It is beyond belief. It's less, and therefore you don't have the instant reaction when sweat drops in your eyes. And plus, there's osmosis and things. When sweat comes from your body, it dissipates into the atmosphere. So. There you go. Ray said that I looked it up on Google. It's not. I'm an advanced life support instructor, so I know about physiology and things like that. So there you go. So Ray will come back now and say, "Oh, you looked on Google." No, I didn't. It's something I know. And the next 2 days, I'm going to be teaching advanced life support. So science lesson from Andy. There you go. In the modern game, keepers need to have good distribution. They do. Yeah, and I think when I look at sort of the likes of Pickford. I think Pickford's garbage, if I'm honest with you. I really don't get the whole James Ford. He does need more, and he will do. He'll be playing Wednesday night, I think. I don't get the Pickford thing. I really don't get it. I think he's average at best, and I think Alisson is on a level with him. I don't see... If you looked at Petr Cech in his heyday, you go, brilliant shot stopper, he's this, he's that. Alisson... doesn't have a great deal to do. He's like Ederson in a way whereby he doesn't have a lot to do. But what Ederson brings is superb distribution. Alisson doesn't do that. I mean, his kicking is absolutely garbage. So what does he actually bring for £75 million? 2.5 times well, 2 and a bit times the price of Ederson. I don't get it. If Alisson was at City, he would never get all that praise. No, he wouldn't, because he can't. He put us in trouble like he did yesterday. I think 3-4 times he kicked it supposedly to a left back. Ocean Ray said is number one distribution without doubt. I agree. And went out of play. I mean, you do see it on occasions. We'll get the odds back soon. Yeah, I think he'll be an important player for you towards the end of the season. BBC thinks that it's their destiny. Well, I mean, that's what they are. The press do. Eddie has taken so much pressure off the defence. It's brilliant. But I completely agree, Chris. I would play Mendy against Cardiff. If not, I wouldn't play him until next season. Chris Baker said, I'll be surprised if he plays on Wednesday. I must admit, Liverpool have an unbelievable look season. I reckon it'll be a different story. Rick Davis says, good question. You know, with VAR coming in, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, certainly next season. We all get luck. All teams get luck. There's no doubting about that. You know, we've had a couple of things this year. Morgan Shah says 35 mil seems a bargain. Absolutely. Well, if you pay 75 million for Alisson, 35 million, how much would Ederson be now? Oh, Ederson over Hart, different eras. Say it, JM says, Eddie played midfield for us, particularly match which one. Felt sorry for Cardiff yesterday, but no mercy on Wednesday. Yeah, it's the way it is. It's Mendy injury prone and unlucky. I've got a bit of both. Ederson would be 150 million, said Chris Walsh. I think if you took 200 million, says Rick Davis. I think if you were looking at the way Ederson plays, it's got to be within a team. This is the thing. It's got to be within a team that plays the Pep system. Otherwise, he's just lumping long balls. And his long balls are unbelievable. We know he can put it 80 yards to a player. There's no doubt about that. But if you've got a team of a Barcelona that plays that system, and Ajax, etc., Bernardo's class wish around from. I mean, Bernardo is superb this season. Brilliant last season, but superb this season. Then, you know, Ederson is, how much would he worth? It'd be incredible. Absolutely amazing for any team. Hi, Andy, says Robert Lang. Hi, mate. How are you? Now to 2407 says Ederson would be class at picking out Crouch up front. Can you imagine if we had Edin Dzeko? Can you imagine? Certainly if we drawn everybody forward and left Dzeko with two centre-backs, he'd probably put it on a sixpence on the edge of the D. Should Company get a contract? Absolutely. He'll definitely get another 12 months. Hopefully Ox brings creativity that you're lacking. I think that's where you've been let down in the last 6 months, I think, or 4 months. I think there's nothing there. You know, it's... Cameron Dem says, hey, hi mate. Which English player would you have at City? English, Robertson or Declan Rice. They'd be my two. Robertson is the only player I would have. Yeah, I agree. Ederson is like, we have an extra outfield play. Agree. Robert Lang says, are you going to Wembley? I'm not, but Ray is. Weak hands. Don't know who's that about. Are you on about Ederson or are you on about Lloris or Robertson is Scottish? Oh, sorry. Yeah, apologies. He said, did he say English? Why was Son not starting yesterday? I have no idea. Going back to last season, do you believe we should have had a Golden Prem trophy? Was that? Don't know what that means, mate. A Golden Prem trophy. We had double last season. So if it was English player, I missed the question because getting comments constantly coming up. Mahrez out in the summer to Juve. Rick Davis says, who knows, possibly Invincible Trophy, he means. Undefeated. Last season, I don't know what this is. The Crystal Palace right back is worth a go. Wan-Bissaka, I agree. Your Premier League team of the season, Tom Carter. Something we're going to have to do maybe another day because that obviously takes thinking about unless we've got time, and then maybe we can throw it out there and do a very quick one. What are the odds of City winning a quadruple? I think it's 14 to 1. Master of ignoring. I don't know. Well, you have to be clear, Finland, because you're not making any sense. I want Liverpool to buy Neves in the summer from Wolves. Decent player. Like the stream says after. Yep, cheers, mate. Thank you. Finland, you're making no sense whatsoever. So I've no idea what you're talking about. Why is Finland always commenting? Well, Ansi, yeah, you schizophrenic. Like Arsenal had a golden Premier League trophy for going undefeated. So do you think we should have got one? Nah. How are you feeling for the rest of the games in the league? Any nerves, Andy? Yeah, of course. We're in the business end now. What's your thoughts on Foden's lack of game time? Not bothered, Danny. McArdle, not bothered, mate. He'll get his chance when Pep decides he's ready. You know, he's got to remember he's still 18. He was only 18 in May last year, so he's only got a couple of months before he's 19. So against devastating speed, strength. Foden will play much more next season. I agree. I think Foden's season's going to be next year. I've got no concerns with Foden whatsoever. I think he's quite happy. He understands his role. I don't think there's any discontent unless you're in the media. There's only the likes of Neil Custis from The Sun, etc., who call out these type of players. Foden is quite happy with his position within the team and within the squad right at this moment in time. So I wouldn't worry about Foden whatsoever. Pep has got his back. He's got his arm around him and knows. Sandy in the UK says, I've got an Arsenal neighbour and he never shuts up about bloody golden trophy. Never heard of it. Foden will play against Brighton. Maybe. What did you want you to? I can't stand Neil Cust as well. I don't think any of us can. He's a bit of a two-bit sort of journal. I'm proud of Foden for staying true blue. I am too, and he is win the league before the end of the season. Is there a chance the Premier League trophy will be presented on the pitch? Yep, it's true. Herrera. This is Yangel Herrera. The golden trophy. It must be an Americanism. Finland, why are you here? Because Chris was here well before you, mate. So we'd rather have Chris on here. This is only for Blues. No, it's not. So you're wrong. So Chris was here well before you, mate. So I'm not sure whether you're actually a Blue Finland, if I'm being truthful. So be careful with what you say, otherwise you won't be on here again. So Yangel Herrera. Having a look, Yangel Herrera is a Venezuelan. And we bought him from Atletico Venezuela for £810,000. We then loaned him to New York City FC. And he was loaned back to City. And it was a bit of one of those things where he was loaned back to City for under 23s. And he then went on to be loaned out. This channel is something, yeah, you're right, mate, it is. I will come back to that, Niall, if you ask me again, but I'm talking about Yangel Herrera. Basically, in January, 16th of January, Yangel Herrera was loaned to SD Huesca in Spain, the sort of a very lower league team. And actually, he played against Real Madrid just lately, the other night, and it was 2-2, and he had a wonderful, wonderful game. It was 2-2, and he had a chance of scoring and just missed. Basically, he'd been asked to do a job at like a right wing back role, but because they had a problem with their. It was 3-2. Yes, we know it was 3-2 in the end, but at 2-2 he had a chance, he was there to mark Brahim Diaz, and basically Diaz, making his first start for Real Madrid, was taken off after 50-60 minutes because Herrera had marked him out the game, and there were lots and lots of plaudits about Herrera's performance. Very, very mature was what one of the Marca
journalist said about him, said for 21 years of age, he was superb, considering that he was adapting to playing a right wing back role to stop Brahim Diaz. So Big Andy, Blue Finland go away. Andy has made us welcome here. For scary moment, thought you were on about United Herrera. Yeah, no, when I first looked at it, he looks very safe, Andy. Yeah, I mean, he does look like a very interesting player, but we've seen these before. Mangara's living his best life, picking up trophies. Yeah, he is. So, 21 years of age, he is a central defensive midfielder at heart, but clearly is flexible enough to play in like a wing-back role or a right-back role if needed, and basically made Brahim Diaz get yanked off and pulled off the pitch because he was giving him absolutely nothing. And he's very much a box-to-box player. He's Venezuelan, Chris. Right, Sal Noguez has got a 65 million. That's been announced. He's got a 65 million euro release clause in his contract. Now, still, where that stands, very comfortable on the ball. Yeah, he looks very much in the mould of a Fernandinho. He is Spanish. No, he's not. He's Venezuelan. He looks very in the mould of Fernandinho. Now, whether, I don't know, he's got those attributes. Remember, he's 21 years of age. So, unless, we've got to remember, he's the closest thing I've seen to Ferner says, yeah, he's very, very good. Now, we've got to remember, this is a young kid, a very young kid. I mean, he's had a great game against Real Madrid and blah, 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 blah. Danny McCarthy said, I'd rather go. Yeah, I mean, possibly I would if we're going to... English fans, how's it going, lad? Yeah, great, mate. I'm 15. Well, it doesn't surprise me, Finland, with some of your comments. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to replace somebody of the ilk of Fernandinho, who is just probably up there in the top 3 best defensive midfielders in world football, then, you know, to ask a kid to come in at 21 with poor English, yeah, we know that. Then it's going to be difficult. But it's great news that we've got somebody there who's less than £1 million. Rory F says, Finland outfit, so just make a brew chill, says Rory. Well done, Rory. It's difficult. Cup of tea. Want a brew? Want a brew? Bit of Peter K there for you, for the dance. Bit of blue. Get a Coke, Finland. So, yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be a hard for, maybe you would be good cover. But the thing is, we've got other players. This is the thing. We've got other players in those. You know, we've got Douglas Luiz, who potentially could come back in the summer. So we've got Yangel Herrera. Garlic bread, it's the future. Yeah, it is, Mike. I was in, as Peter Kevin, I was in Spain yesterday, not tomorrow, yesterday. That was a crap joke. So we've got 2, he was in Dubai. No, he wasn't, he was in Spain. We've got 2 players already there, Yangel Herrera, and we've got Alex Garcia, another, you know, so we are blessed in this area now that we've got a lot of young kids, but not anybody ready to step into Fernandinho's shoes. And let's face it, though, they're not going to step into Fernandinho's shoes next season because Fernandinho is still going to be here. He's going to be still playing next season. So do we forfeit the Ndombele 75-80 million euros and we bring in a Douglas Luiz or a Yangel Herrera, save that money for 1 or 2 of the positions, because Fernandinho looks as fit as a fiddle and will be playing next season, and he can rotate with and learn from in the cup competitions with 1 or 2 of either Herrera or Douglas Luiz or whoever. He is a one-off, Chris Baker. I totally agree. But he's going to be here next season. He's not going to be. It's not going to be come the summer and then that is it. Fernandinho's finished, and we need a direct replacement now. England's finest. Also, apparently, Otamendi's open to leaving. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's not let us down the last 2 seasons. At the beginning, when he first signed, he was that would be a lot of money saved with investing in. I agree, and so I'm just throwing the option out there. Otamendi was a little bit dodgy the first year, but the last 2 years he's been absolutely brilliant, very, very consistent. So I'd be very disappointed if Otamendi left this season. Very disappointed. Because he's somebody we can rely on, count on. His injury record is superb. With John Stones, we know it's not so great. And Vinny, we know Vinny will have another 12 months, but that'll be his final season. So we need somebody who gives us that stability in central defensive midfield. Robert Lang says, who's your favourite City player? I've said it 1,000 times, David Silva. Greatest player I've seen in my lifetime, and I just missed out on Colin Bell, but yeah, David Silva for me. Who do you think could replace Sergio Aguero? Said it before. Watch some of the other videos, mate. Danny Ricardo, Otamendi has come on leaps and bounds. Hopefully stays. I hope he does. Al Maggio is the most creative midfield ever, says English Fine. I absolutely agree, mate. It's just, you know, all right, he's not had the best of season. Who is your favourite player apart from anyone from City? God, that's a difficult one. I did like Thierry Henry, I must admit. I did like Henry. I thought Henry brought something at a time when he was at Arsenal that we'd not seen before. I mean, he was phenomenal. Some of his goals. England's fan, got to give it to Silva, mate. Top of his game, even with absolutely. Chris is City and Liverpool fan, I guess, because he's always come. No, he's a Liverpool fan. He's just on a City channel. Finland. There are Spurs fans who comment on this channel. I comment on United fan channels. I comment on Arsenal fan channels. I comment on Chelsea fan channels. It's about chatting football. For England's finest just summed it up there. Colin Henry, Rick Davis. Same here, mate. I saw them both, and Dev just shades it only because Bell was finished at 27. Yeah, my first game was 77, so I just missed out on the whole sort of that era. I've seen some great plays like Kinky and everything else. I would not do that. Well, don't do it. You know, nobody's forcing you to do it. Finland, we're on here to chat about football, not yourself. Yeah, well said, Chris. Bergkamp, one of my favourites. Oh, Bergkamp, yeah, I agree. Another wonderful player to watch. Incredible player, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I've got no problems. And I'll be honest with you, and I'll hold my hands up here. Eric Cantona. I know some will go, he's a rag. What a player to watch. I hope the Ginger Prince gets up to speed, could prove very handy. Yeah, I think he will do. He'll need a bit of game time. I'm lucky. So all the Mercer said, oh, you're very lucky. Very, very lucky. I didn't see that. Like I said, 77 was my first game. So I just missed out on the glory years of that particular era, the 76 and then 69 and everything else. I missed out on the sort of Summerby, Bell, Lee, all those things. And it's a real shame. But I got to see Dennis Chewett, who I absolutely loved. That was my first game, and he scored 2 goals as well. We felt bad years more. Yeah, I missed that. My favourite is King Kev, since I'm a relative new City fan compared to you, mate. You don't have to be. Everybody is. This is the big thing. Etihad or Main Road. It's one of those. I mean, Main Road was just my temple and everything when I was a kid. You know, I don't get the debate over Main Road, Etihad, the different eras, and we have to move on from that. Main Road was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's where I grew up. I grew up in the Kippax, in the corner stand, and then moved to the main stand, and then, you know, in the Kippax, and moved around, and I sat in the north stand and the Platt Lane end, and it was great. It was absolutely brilliant because we were crap. We were rubbish in those days. And it was just all about, you know, atmosphere, trying to get behind the team, knowing that you were going to lose most of the time. It was crap. Old Trafford is good training ground as well. I actually used to train for Manchester Boys at the Cliff many years ago. But the Etihad is great for where we are now in 21st century football. And come back to that, Mark. I'm just talking about this one, but that's a good question. The atmosphere was great. There's no doubting about it. It was brilliant, but it was a shithole. Let's not forget, it was an absolute shithole. And people have this nirvana sort of like, oh, this amazing thing. It was awful. It was rough as shit. I mean, from when I was a kid, when I first used to go with my friends, used to sneak in under the turnstile, and people were pissing up against the wall, and it was just awful. But that was just the way it was. But it was great. The atmosphere was incredible, and the camaraderie and everything. It was just brilliant. I loved every single second. But we're at the Etihad now, and we can't compare the two, because if you look at the stadium now, if you said to me, would you like to take your kids, when my kids were, you know, small, like 5, and I think they were 5 and 8 or something like that when I first took them to the Etihad. Can you imagine taking a 5 and 8-year-old in the late 80s to the main road, where I've seen, you know, I've been there when I've seen people being slashed with Stanley knives, and, you know, Liverpool versus City. I saw somebody with a City fan, and I remember his scarf, and he had a Peter Storm hoodie, cagoule on, and in front of me, I was with my dad. I was only young, and somebody slashed him across the back with a Stanley knife, as a Liverpool fan, right outside the turnstiles. And would I take my kids to that if it was like that now? Nowhere near. No chance. Absolutely no chance. So, you know, the Etihad is one of the most fantastic stadiums to visit because it's safe. There's plenty of police presence. There's, you know, loads going on for the kids and the next generation of supporters. So it's hard to, you know, they were memories. The main road was a wonderful time. But the Etihad is where it is, so there's no point really sort of like going on about it. Mate, what do you want to say? Rice? Well, Rice, it does seem like Declan Rice is going to be on City's radar. Hi, mate, you're right. We've done a load, Reese. We've been on here for over half an hour about all different things. Andy thinking about main road. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not sure what you mean about that, Finland. So Declan Rice looks like City are on the radar, but because he's English, he's going to cost well in excess, they believe. Yeah, he's doing mine in a bit. I might have to sort of... Ray, you still here, mate? Can you just... if you're... Ray, you're still moderating. Can you come on and just let me know that you're here? Yeah, Rice is going to cost in excess. I came back last night, mate. Estimated, it's going to be about 70 to 80 million pounds. That's gonna be the region, and I can't see City going down that route. Originally, there was talks of 40 million pounds, blah blah blah, and it looks like it's going to be in the 70 million pound region, which, no, I agree, Reece, it's not going to happen. City are not going to go down that route. You missed before, we were talking about 2 players. Yangel Herrera who is at SD Huesca, who played against Brahim. He was marking Brahim Diaz last night and ended up with Brahim Diaz being taken off because he's a central defensive midfielder from City on loan. And he could be a possible replacement. And that is a Venezuelan. Who would choose out of all the defence? Sorry, missed that, mate. Should have went in for De Jong. Yeah, but we did, but he didn't want to come. That's the problem. He wanted Barcelona. So, you know, I think City were definitely interested in De Jong and would have gone there, but I think it was made clear as soon as Barcelona came in, he wasn't interested in anyone else, and that's fair enough. And I think it'll be very similar with Delete. I think Delete's already come out with comments saying that my agents are talking to clubs around the world. Now, his agent is Raiola. Doesn't get on with Pep Guardiola. Doesn't get on with Manchester City. The problem you've got with Delete is the fact that remember that younger player has greater amortization potential as well as resale with forcing it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely, we could sign him on a 5-year contract, and there's no problems with that whatsoever. It's going to be really. Finland is in timeout. Good. Thank you, Ray, for doing that because he's starting to piss everybody off. I don't know whether it's trolling or whether his English is just the one that's annoying everyone. How are we doing with Wembley tickets, mate? For what? James Ford said Fernand Mendy. Yeah, a lot of people have said that on here. Ndobelli will fit the bill more. So, oh God, we're getting tons coming through now. You're going to have to keep them really short, please. City's best team in London or the world. Love Main Road, but got to move with times. You've got to move with times. You've no choice. We can't go back again, can we? So those agree with Danny. Says Superbia 75. Yes, it was one of those that we had the times at Main Road. They're gone. The great memories and everything else. Top tribute to Halford. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Name me another town. You know what's a shame? I was in Spain when that was happening, but I heard comments on Twitter. I saw comments on Twitter about the fact that Sky Sports didn't really do anything about it. I was watching it. Hooked my laptop up to the flat screen TV, and I was watching it on NSBC, and they were commenting a little bit on it, but. I believe that Sky Sports hardly did anything. Are you doing a Cardiff video on a beat? So you're talking about a video with an opposition channel? Or are you talking about a video? Because I'll be going to the Cardiff game. Nothing yet on Gomez. No, nothing is... he'll be on the pre-season tour, I guess. So we'll see him then. Etihad is appropriate for San English finals. Yeah, it is. It's one of those... we are trying to negotiate. We couldn't get a Cardiff fan channel for the away leg. So it's quite difficult because believe it or not, some of the teams just don't have fan channels. There's one or two that this season we struggled. If they've got fan channels, we get them, as you see. We've been all over them with Arsenal Fan TV and everything else, and the Anfield Wrap. We did one for Liverpool, or even the smaller clubs did one with Fulham, but some of the clubs just it's like one or two people doing it on their own and just not really interested in doing these type of things. So I think Cardiff, if I remember rightly, I love coming to the Etihad, but it's hard to get tickets as I live in the southwest. Well, if you want to come to Wednesday night, I've got 2 tickets spare. Have you seen the Keeper trail? I have. Can't wait to see it. What? Oh, missed that last one. Cardiff don't have any sort of fan channels yet, and that's why we struggled before. If they've got fan channels, we get them. Me and Ray will do 5 questions at each other. We do normally 5 questions each. We ask them, they ask us. We film it, we put it, edit it together. Unless it's a live one that I did with the Chelsea guys. I've done that before, but I'm not from England. How much do season tickets cost for us? Depends on where you want to go, mate. Yeah, it is a shame. We tried. Ray's saying there's contacted plenty of Cardiff channels with no success. We did it for the. We remember for the. We were talking about it, me and Ray, before. About an hour ago, we were saying hi. I'm not sure who that is in China or Japan. I'm not sure. China. Cheapest adult season ticket is £299. Yep, that was right. And we tried. We've sent messages, and it's just they're either interested or they're not. Korean, south or north? I'm taking it south. If so, do you know Bolt from the Blue? Mike Long, who does the Bolt from the Blue podcasts. He's in South Korea. He's a lecturer in a university in South Korea. We do vlogs with him. He was at the matches with us. After 299, it's 3655. Believe it, not many at 299. No, I think there's some in between. I do think there's some in between. I don't think there's a jump of 2992. So you're in South Korea. No problem, Sandy. Superbia said, yeah, I mean, when you look at it, we'd love to go to Wednesday, just call, we work, mate. Okay, no problems. Like I said, we've advertised it and said if people can't afford to go, and there's, I might have somebody, there's somebody who lives in the village where I do, who can't get to many games because of money and things like that. So I've put it on Twitter for the last 4 or 5 days, I'm gonna see if I don't hear anything back in the next sort of half an hour or so. I'm gonna go and see them and see whether they're free. They might not be free, but it's a fella and his lad, so see whether they would like to go. And I'm not sure his younger lad has been. I think he's been to 1 game in his life. So, but if anyone's out there on the videos and you know you want a ticket. For you and your lad and you can't afford it, then contact us, but you're going to have to be quick because we need to know, because it's also on Twitter as well. Yeah, any football fan. Agree. Give Mahrez as much needed run out versus Cardiff. Don't think he'll play, Danny. Score prediction for the game on Wednesday, 4-0. Would you drop? Pressure is on, boys. Liverpool winning yesterday. Yeah, 3-0 says Superbia. If you think about it, can't see Sterling being dropped. 4-0 says Sandy. Can you K? 3-0 my prediction. I can't see Sterling being dropped. I think Sane will come back in before Mahrez. Mahrez might, if anything, I think Mahrez might play on Saturday against Brighton, if I'm honest. Hello in Korean. Ray's got his little, translator going there. Loving this channel, mate. Really helps me get away from and just chat about football. Well, you're more than welcome, English Finest. You're absolutely welcome. If you're not a subscriber, or you know anybody who isn't and you want to chat. Afternoon, Andy, mate. Shedders. Hi, Shedders. You back? You missed the load, mate. We're already 45 minutes in. 2-0. 4-0 Sterling, 1 Jesus, 2 KDB, 1 says Danny. Reese Woodridge, sorry, phone went dead. It's all right. Right, I'm going to give this 15 more minutes, but I started this thinking it was going to be 20 minutes and I need a week. So there you go. I'm going to leave you. Get your questions in for Ray. There you go, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right. Wash hands, yeah. Hands are washed, they're wet. KDB just back from injury, so he won't be overplayed. Yeah, he needs more game time. Just got back in work. We'll watch back later. Yeah, watch it all back, Shedders. Right, before we finish, would you rather lose Champions League ties Spurs, potentially get out of the Champions League or lose Spurs? I won't win. You at the semi? I'm not, mate. Ray's going. I'm going to stay here. We said it in the previous video. It's Chris says, you and your dad, come and see me outside the Bloomin' Cafe, mate. I'll be outside there, so come and have a chat. Kev looked like he's probably recovered, yeah. Yeah, Joshua Ray says the same thing. I want to win them all. If we can't, we can't. It's one of those things, but I think we should be going all out to win everything. Wednesday, come and see me. I'll be outside the Bloomin' Cafe, so come and have a chat. Might be outside the main entrance at some point. Depends on what time, because I'm working. I'm delivering training, so I'm at the airport, and depends on what time I can leave and then get to the Etihad. But I'll definitely be around doing videos, sending them to Ray, and Ray will be getting them out on the channel. So come, you know what I look like, so come and see me. What do you use for cameras for these streams, mate? For this one, I'm just on my phone. It's easy on the phone. Normally, we've got a... well, it's here. We have a... show you. It's got a battery in it. We have a 4K HD camera. So... that's what we tend to use. I'll pick everything up, and I've just dropped everything out of my bag because that was on the side. That's what we tend to use. Andy's the man of mystery. How am I a man of mystery when I'm showing you everything? So we normally use, sometimes, depends on what we're doing. Andy, have you heard of Esteemed Company's YouTube channel? Yes and no, absolutely. Know all about Stephen McInerney, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, he's got a great channel and does good videos. So if you're not, go over and check him out. He does great stuff. Different to us, but there you go. Robert, let's not. Well, Reese knows all. Reese is well in with us at Man City Fan TV, so Reese knows all about it. So that was the moment. The moment all changed. Yeah, it was. Can't believe we just need to play 14 games more to win. Can you imagine 14 more games and think? And we don't have to win all of them. That's the thing. We don't have to win. Apparently, Aguero can score goals like that. Yeah. Great man. Pub is the best one. Mike. The green man, are you talking about in Wembley, Shedders? I might have missed something earlier. Apologies if I have. Domestic treble for me. Yeah, well, that's what I've said. I said all along that for the last month or two, I thought we might miss out on Champions League. Green Man is top at Wembley. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Reece, we're normally in the Novotel. So we normally stay at the Novotel when we're at Wembley. So the bar in the Novotel is a big City bar. So all the City fans are in there. So, but that's because we stay there. So we don't tend to go to the Green Man. Otherwise, if we weren't staying, Green Man is where we definitely would go. Blazing Squad, Main Road Days. Yeah. Domestic treble for me, yeah, bit posh in it. No, it's, well, they're all normal people. It's not posh. It costs us 90 quid for the night. Now, when you think about it, we didn't this year, but last year at the Carabao Cup final, we got free parking below the hotel. So we stayed there. We're literally 20, 30 yards from the stadium, and we've got a bar. Fantastic bar that we can stay there overnight. Now we drive down, we drive back, and if there's a load of you in the car like it was with us, I mean, this year I took my 2 lads. Last year it was just 1 lad and 3 people. This year it was 2 lads and 2 people. So when you share sort of petrol and everything else and free parking and whatever, what you cost in a train ticket, it's the same as staying over and just share a room. Cost me £15 just for parking 15 minutes away. So there you go. I asked the company, please, where's the green man? Directed me to Chelsea Hotspur. Best Champions for me, I missed that one. That's typical, the old Bill. Domestic 3 would be absurdly good. Yeah, I agree. I think we'll possibly get the treble this year. Possibly. And that'll be the domestic treble. I've always said, I just think singing Never Walk a Very Pop song. Yeah, we did it before them. That's what they forget, the Liverpool fans. And I just think Champions League, they're not leaving. No, I don't. I think he's quite happy here. So in the quad, what else is there to do? Better than that. You can't really. Never been won under yet. You can't. Domestic treble is superb. The Premier League's what I'm. Yeah, it's me too. But I just think cup competitions, I've always said it, it takes a bit of luck. Phil Foden, Mank born, bred England's finest. Yep, he is. Without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, I think he's moved from Stockport now to South Manchester. Sky Sports Manchester was great. Didn't see it, Sampaliba. I was in Spain. I watched it sort of a little bit before I left. Missed that last one, Tom. Can you repeat that? So, Tom Carter, are you still on? Say yes or no. You still here, Tom? He asked me before who would be your Premier League team of the year? If we won the domestic treble in Liverpool and Champions League, who will media praise? Oh, Liverpool every day, Luke. How long will we be streaming? Well, probably another 9 minutes. Yeah, I do see Liverpool drop. They should have dropped him yesterday. I said it would be 1-1. Salah, you little dance. Yeah, it's amazing. Considering Liverpool's 120, I don't think it's a twin title. Well, let's face it, you could turn around and say deserve, looking at our form over Christmas period, when we dropped points over the Christmas period, it was unlike us. So, yeah, it's more of a notification from One Football saying that Aguero's been ruled out for the season. Yeah, April Fools, but it's Reece, you misheard Carrot, started with a yeah. We're in the type of form right now where there's no one going to stop us, says Danny McCardle. We're in good form, that's the thing. And I think the biggest, but we lost the game we deserved to lose. I don't think we deserved to lose to Palace, I'll be honest with you. Or Newcastle. We haven't lost to smaller teams yet. All right, I'm going to head off, watch stuff on Wednesday. Top man. Yeah, see England's finest. Take care, mate. Check in. Chelsea a bit of a boca team to Liverpool. Darren Farley does a good Carragher. He does. Who's better, Prime Aguero? I saw that I watched it last night when I got home from Spain, and I watched the Sunday supplement, and they were talking about it. If you're talking about out-and-out goal scorer, Aguero every day of the week. Excitement level, you probably take Henry. He was a wonderful player. But out-and-out goal scorer, if you're talking about strikers, Aguero every day of the week. But Henry was a special player. Without a shadow of a doubt. Which games are you going to this month? Right, okay. So games we've got coming up. I'll be there on Wednesday. Ray will be there on Saturday against Brighton. Tottenham, the quarter-final away leg of the Champions League. They're like rocking our shit, and we're still waiting to try and get a ticket. Palace away. I'm not sure, Ray, are you going to that? I'm not sure whether... I think it's Ray in London. He might be at the Palace game. I'm not sure. I'll definitely be at the Tottenham game. Bye, Andy. Bye, Ray. See you on the beats. The home leg against Spurs, I'll definitely be at that. City in the Premier League, I'll definitely be at that. The United versus City, that's going to be rocking our shit. So again, but we'll be outside the stadium if we can't even get in. Burnley, Ray, I think Ray's got a ticket for that, but I've also been invited by Scott, who does the Runaway Challenge on Twitter. He's running to every single away ground. He's a Burnley fan. The one I did the video on when I met them in Manchester prior to the Burnley game at the Etihad. I've been invited to go along and spend the day with the game with them and travel on their coach and everything, so that'll be interesting. Leicester will be at Brighton. Is going to be one of those rocking horse shit games, you know, where depends whether me or Ray can get tickets. Best pub in Manchester for the derby. Oh, some of the others have come up there. Sorry, I missed them. Yeah, take care, Chris. You have to play your dart smash. Good luck, mate. Don't forget, keep that finger out. Bit of Eric Bristow. Always go for double 16. Lots of pubs are mixed. They are, you know, I always, if we're going, Burnley, I'm going as guest. You're going as guest at Burnley FC. How are you getting a guest at Burnley FC? Michael Lyon says domestic trouble for me. Boat Champions bonus. I agree with you, mate. Absolutely. What's this? Bye bye, Andy. See you, Chris. See you, mate. We're going now. Maybe me and Ray need to have a discussion about this Burnley game. That's first Champions League game versus Spurs United away. Missed that. How's Palace been playing the away game? Could be, yeah. I mean, they played decent football. Did Brendan Flood sort you out, Ray? Burnley invite me as I'm doing some charity work for their foundation. All right, okay. I remember Ray saying something like that. Okay, Ray, see you there. Give some. Well, I'll be there. Ray's VIP. He's not. Check out Runaway Challenge. I'm going with the guy who's all over Twitter. Never mind Ray getting a cheap seat with Burnley. I'll be going with Scott from the Runaway Challenge. If you don't know that, and actually, to be fair, everybody on here, if you've not seen it, watch the videos we've done with Scott from Burnley. It's at Runaway Challenge, and see what he does. I mean, what he's done is he's run to he's a Burnley fan, and he's run to every single away game this season. He's currently, I think he's going to Palace, is it, at the moment? Cheers, Danny. Absolutely amazing. It is incredible, and he's run to every single away game. He's a top money man at Burnley, Ray. Yeah, he's raising the money for mental awareness and things like that, and getting kids to be healthy and wherever else. He's done an incredible job, and we met him. I went to see him doing a charity event when City played Burnley at home, and we met in the Runaway Bar in Manchester. Yeah, I have. Yeah, mate. Do I like it? Yeah, of course. Ian's a legend. And so he runs. I mean, I think he said on there it's 3,000 miles he's run already this season or something like that. He posted this morning. Incredible job that he's done. So hopefully, I'm gonna get a ticket, and I'm gonna be with the Burnley fans, and I'll be up there. I'm going to try and stay over the night. They've got me, I think he's getting me a B&B booked up in a little village where they live, and everything else. And I'll be on the coach with the Burnley fans and interviewing them, which should be fun. And then back to the pub after the game. So, you know, if City win and beat Burnley, then I'm going to be in for some shit that night, I must admit. So I'm looking forward to the Burnley game away. Gives me back some old memories and things like that. But anyway, guys, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. I'm going to wrap this up because we're almost at an hour. But anyway, guys, check in tomorrow. I'm away all tomorrow. I might see you at Burnley, mate. I'm in the box. You're in the box? Den, how have you got in the box for that? Not being on YouTube yet, Andy, only cheesy. Well, you need to come on here. What are you doing, mate? I'm always outside the Blue Moon Cafe. Come and get on. Just come and have a chat with me. Take care, Chris. Letters, Andy. Ray says, Charles, come if you're at the match on Wednesday. Good chat as always, Andy. Well done, mate. Cheers, mate. If you're at the match on Wednesday, come and see me. I'll be outside, I'll be around. Reese, come on. You need to come on the channel because you're always contributing to everything. I know you've done some videos with us before in the past, but come and have a chat with me on camera. I'll be around the Blue Moon Cafe. You know what I look like anyway. We've done stuff before. But anyway, Den, all hands in a box. How the other half live? Yeah, I know, Den. What you doing getting in a box at Burnley? This is Den. He's a Bury, probably first, and a City fan second. But he has been following City for years and years and years and years. I mean, I'm talking going back to the sort of late 70s. So, you know, don't give him grief because he's actually follows Bury as his first team. He's been following City as well for a long, long, long time. So, don't know how he's got in a box at Burnley. Can I get an invite? Maybe. Can you get me another ticket? That'd be great. But anyway, guys, gonna go. Like I said, I'm working all week. I'm literally training tomorrow right the way through till Friday. And I'll be racing straight from the airport on Wednesday to get to the game. So I might be at the stadium around about 6:30, which don't give me much time. But I'll try and get as many interviews as I possibly can. Send them to Ray in Paris. And Ray can get them out on the channel. City till we die. I agree. See you, Ashkith. Yeah, if you're around, don't forget, I've got 2 spare tickets going. So if you can't afford to go to the game and you want to bring sort of a junior, your lad or whatever, cheers beyond belief, and you can't afford to go, then just contact us either at Twitter. My Twitter account is @AviationBlue. Ray's is @ManCity _Ray. Thanks, guys. Or contact us via email at mcfcfantv@gmail.com. And if you know, you can't afford to get a ticket, and not everybody can, then there's 2 spares going. If you want to bring your little girl or your little lad or something, then get in touch with us. But you need to be quick. You need to be pretty quick with this, because we've got other people inquiring, but they've not confirmed yet. So if you want the tickets, contact us. Probably by email would be better. That way we know immediately where Twitter. We're not always, you know, on our Twitter account. So anyway, I'm sure Ray will do something tomorrow with you guys. See you, Sandy. And I'll be back on Wednesday night from the Etihad, where it's City. Ocean Rage says, thanks, have a good week, you too. From the Etihad, where it's City versus Cardiff, and massive 3 points needed. Be interesting. Will he play the under-23s like he threatened, or was that just a bit of a jibe at the referees, and he'll play a full-strength team? But we'll see. All that matters is 3 points. Anyway, guys, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV, and Ray, who's moderating online now. So don't forget, if you're not already a subscriber, or you know people who follow football, you don't have to be a City fan. If you want to follow sort of football chat and things like that, come over, subscribe to the channel, click notification when there's a live vlog that we do every single day, or a video at least, sometimes 2, every single day. Don't matter where we are in the world. I was in Spain last week, Ray's in Paris this week. We'll always put out something for you every single day and have a chat and converse with you and answer your questions and give you updates on the latest Man City news. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that subscription. That's brilliant, mate. And pass it along. You know, like I said, you don't have to be City fans. If you know, it's about talking football. You give us your opinions, and look at Chris Welch. Thanks, Superbia. Chris Welch contributes fantastically to this channel. He's a Liverpool fan, but as long as people don't come on and swear and abuse people or use racial terms and things, otherwise you'll be blocked, then we're happy to take anybody. That's what it's all about. We're a football community and we just like chatting football. So anyway, guys, take care wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful day. Ray will be back with either a live vlog or a video tomorrow, because I think Ray's got some things he wants to talk about on video. So I'm not sure whether it's going to be a live vlog or whether it's going to be a normal video tomorrow. But I'll certainly be back Wednesday night at the Etihad. I might do some live vlogs while I'm there because it's easier. And if I get some interviews after the game, what I'll do is I'll send them to Ray, and Ray can put them up on the channel. Will Harry? I'm going to speak to Harry actually tonight. So live Ray, please. Tomorrow, you talking about tomorrow, Sandy? You prefer that? Do you prefer? What's everyone think? Gonna last question. What's everyone think? Do you prefer live vlogs or do you prefer the edited videos that we do? Because sometimes we can put more sort of graphics and things in there, and you prefer the live vlogs. Okay. Sometimes, I mean, it works for us, but sometimes there are stories that live, yeah. Okay, both. Right, reset both. Sometimes there are stories. I'll be watching you Wednesday, Andy. Thanks, mate. You prefer Ashkith? Is that you prefer the live vlogs? Quality of my connection. The problem being is that depends. I like a mix of both. Pre-planned vids because it's more in depth. I agree, Niall. Andy, I watch every video on this channel. I know you do, Robert. Thank you very much. Like I said, sometimes there are stuff where we've done research into it, and rather than us just sit here sort of like trying to go through, I'm in Pompey, so it's great for people who are far away. Yeah, I agree, especially when there's interaction. That's the benefit of the live vlogs. Don't get sidetracked by comments in the pre-planned vids. Still good place for live vids too. Yeah, it's sometimes with the proper planned stuff. We do a like Ray's saying there. We do a pre-planned one where we can ask proper, insightful questions and things like that, and we can edit it properly, and we get a better balance then, and it's not off the hoof like it is on when we do the live stuff. Or we do a planned video on a transfer rumour or a player or whatever it may be. We can do a bit of research into the player, give you some graphics and background information. So they're better sometimes than doing a live vlog. They take a bit longer because we have to make them, edit them, upload them, render them, and put them out on the YouTube channel. Where the live, and we don't get as much interaction as we do when we do the live vlogs, but we're still doing those. So I think Ray might do a live or possibly a proper edited version video tomorrow. But certainly when I get to the Etihad on Wednesday, I'll probably be doing more live vlogging with a little bit of Tony Maroney. Mate, you need to click subscribe, the big red button below, and then there should be a bell icon. Click on that, and you should get your email notification when any vlog goes live, anything. You should get it instantly. So I'll try and do some live vlogs from the Etihad on Wednesday before the game. The problem being is that I've got tickets that I've got to collect for my lads. Andy, have you heard of Harlan Dane Fallow who does radio show with it? Yes, mate, I know him very well. He was on our channel, and he was originally going to work with us in the early summer last year. If you see some of the videos that we did, he came with us. We got him free tickets for the charity game, which was the All-Star game at the Joseph's Goal, Wigan All-Stars versus City All-Stars. And if you go back on our channel, he was working with us then, but he wanted to, he was offered to do some stuff with Cheesy and decided to move with him, which is absolutely fine. It's no problem. He's only a young kid. So he's doing his stuff with them. Actually, Harlan, I know his dad is a very, very good friend of mine. So Harlan's dad is a very good friend of mine. So I've got no problems with Harlan whatsoever doing the stuff with Cheesy. So, like I said, there's only one Bernard Halford, so yeah, there is, or there was. I'll be doing some live vlogs when I get to the Etihad on Wednesday. If I can get some interviews, then I will do. So Rob Harlan stars. He does still have our Man City Fan TV hoodie. We need to get it back off him. Yeah, they did fuck up, says Michael. Absolutely. And yeah, after the game, I'll try and get the usual interviews, and I'll get them. Andy, can anybody? Niall, do you go to the games, Niall? If you do, tell me yes or no. No way, Harley. Yeah, Reece. Still kept our hoodie. Never give it us back. No, he's a nice lad. Season ticket in South Stand 3. All right, whereabouts, Niall? We're in 316. Top, at the top. Whereabouts are you, Niall? Reece is in 317. Right, 315 halfway down. Right, okay, so you can clearly see we're in between each other. Niall's 315, Reece is in 317, and we're in 316 at the top. So yeah, simple. Come and talk to us. We're always outside the Etihad at the 106 says beyond belief. We're always outside the Blue Moon Cafe. Sometimes I'll wander off and we'll do stuff outside the main entrance if we see some interviews with, like did with some of the academy kids, the under-18s that I did interviews last time. I was at the Etihad, or you might get an ex-player or something like that. But mainly we're around the Blue Moon, outside the Blue Moon Cafe. So try and find you somewhere. Well, like I said, Blue Moon Cafe. Generally, if we're not there, if you can't see me there, I'll be outside the main entrance. If I'm not, I'll be outside the Blue Moon Cafe. It's one or the other. Okay, Sandy. Yeah, that'd be great. Come and see us. Come and have a chat. Come on the channel. Like I said, Wednesday, I'm going to race from the airport after a course. So I might do some live vlogging if I can get people. Unless Andy goes for a slash. You're more than welcome, mate. Otherwise, if you're there, absolutely, we'll film you. No problem whatsoever. It might go out after the game, but if you come and have a chat, and it'll go on our channel. Every single, we don't miss anyone. Every single interview. Some we might have to edit slightly because of certain things and certain words that I used. Or certain states that people are in. It's your turn. Yeah, it's my turn on Cardiff on Wednesday away. So anyway, come and see us. You know where I'll be. There's no excuses. If you want to be on the channel, give your points across on Man City or anything. Best away stadium I've been to, what, in my life or ever, or, you know, I'll buy you a pint. You can always buy me a pint, mate. I have trouble with Wi-Fi at the stadium. I know that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's garbage, Cheshire homebrew. We're all right to a certain degree, but then as soon as you get in the stadium, it gets very unpredictable. And that's the problem, is we might get some stuff on film. We obviously don't film the match because it's illegal. But I use my data. Well, I use mine's on 4G. I mean, I've got masses and masses of data. But you... It's very, like Ray says, it's very intermittent, and we don't film the games, but we might get some halftime interviews, things and whatever, but we'll put them out afterwards. Click subscribe, turn on post, and share the stream with your mates. Yeah, thank you always. Anyway, guys, that's it. See you Wednesday outside the Etihad. So, Ray's away. Yep, Ray's away in Paris, so he'll be doing all the editing and getting stuff out. Surprised I'm not seeing you. Reece, have you any idea how busy we are pre-match, mate? We're like blue ass flies. We're here, there and everywhere, and when we're trying to put stuff out and things like that, don't even get a chance sometimes. But the odd occasion, do you drink inside the Etihad? Depends if I'm driving, mate. If I'm driving, I might have one outside or one inside, one or the other. Other than that, no. Do you remember Craig Russell? Don't know Craig Russell, mate, I must admit. You can't drink in the stands. Well, I think he means in the bar, beyond belief. I think he means, do you have a drink in the concourse area? think I don't think he means in the stand. Right. Anyway, I'm going because we're talking about just having a pint now. So anyway, guys, see you at the Etihad on Wednesday night. It's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Don't forget subscribe, click notification, comment below the video if you need to see a Reese. If you need to watch this back and you've not seen it before and you missed out on it, see Ocean Rage. Guys, thank you. Take a flask in. Thank you so much, everybody who's interacted. It's been a massive day, a massive video, this one. I supported Saints. My first game was 77, March 77, Robert. 2-0 against Norwich. Dennis Chewett, 2 goals. That was when I started. So, guys, your interaction tonight has been absolutely amazing. Loads and loads of questions. So, thank you so much for that. It's been absolutely brilliant. And we'll see you at Cardiff. Don't forget, check out Ray will be doing a video tomorrow, whether it's a live vlog or a compilation video, or he'll be doing a proper video which we has got loads of news and things like that. So 1986. Guys, take care. We'll see you soon.